pictures of the dogs are in teacups.
Abstinence is the only way.
More than you can afford. To this third grader.
Can beat us.
Nope. I don't stand.
Every animal.
We were doing a little podcast segment, and now it's ruined my parents' marriage.
Carried away, we just went right into it.
Dun, 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 dun. Welcome back to the Picky Boys podcast.
Welcome.
Who are you?
I'm Antonio.
I'm JT.
And I'm Danny. Let's get into the nitty gritty.
Let's jump right into it.
Let's start picnicking.
Which sneeze do you stop at with the like God bless you? Like when is that? How many
I request that people don't say it ever.
Oh, ever?
I think that's such a dumb God bless you. Like people get offended if you don't say it.
Yeah. People get butt hurt.
There's also like 3 myths of how it started.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
There's people always have a different reason for. Some people say they think your soul is trying to escape. So so people used to say God bless you so that God would put your soul back in your ass or whatever.
Right.
Another reason is like, as people said that back in 500 years ago, if you sneeze, there's like a 50% chance you're dying. Because we don't have medicine, and the doctor's gonna like cut open your foot to let you bleed out.
Right.
So they say, "God bless you," like because if you sneeze, like, oh.
Yeah. So if little Timmy sneezes before medicine, they'll be like, "Oh, that's the first sign of he's going bye-bye."
I've also heard the one that when you sneeze, your heart like skips a beat, and so it's like essentially like God bless you.
That's not true, right?
What about if you sneeze? Is it if you sneeze, fart and burp at the same time, you die? What about that one? There's so many myths around sneezing.
That is.
Or if you sneeze with your eyes open, your eyes will come out.
I could see that happening.
That might be true,
dude. I could see your eyes popping out of your head. It happened. It could happen actually semi-easily.
No, you could definitely see with your eyes open.
No, you can't. That's a fact.
You definitely can't.
No, the fact is you can't.
If you went like this and sneeze, you wouldn't be able to do it.
Dude,
your
honestly,
eyes will shoot out like rockets.
Dude, and honestly,
No,
I think you won't be able with force to even hold them open. It might slip through your fingers.
Yeah.
If you have another sneeze coming up, try it. Look dead into the camera and try it.
Now, of course, the sneeze isn't coming.
Right. You want me to tickle your nose?
No, that doesn't do it for me.
Take off your... That doesn't do it for you? You want me to tickle your
Get
balls?
some pepper.
Yeah.
Pepper will do it. I don't care what you say.
You got to take off your glasses,
I don't
though.
care what you say. You do a line of pepper. You're sneezing, buddy.
There is an allergy report like every day, like with the weather report. It's like some days are worse than others.
Yeah,
I don't know what creates that.
I'm sure they have some like spinning thing with a circle.
I've seen that. Yeah.
It's like pollen is high today. It's you know what? How about we turn it down? Keep it low.
What is pollen? Is it
tree
semen?
Jizz? Yeah.
It is, right?
Me and JT are on
flower,
it today.
I believe.
Oh, and
Flower
flower.
jizz,
Flower. Yeah, flower squirt.
Well, I think it's kind of like a broad term. Like pollen is that, but I think there's a specific type of pollen that is the allergy inducer.
Right, because if bees could like roll around in flower semen and then make other flowers, it has to be some kind of reproductive of a flower.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Well, the bees cover themselves in the jizz.
They roll around in it, yeah.
And then
they
go to another flower.
They go to another flower and like, hey, you want this?
Not a lot of consent in the flower world.
No.
I mean, they're literally jizzing all over Danny's face
Yeah,
and
right.
nose
Yeah,
right now.
They didn't ask Danny for it.
But the bees don't even know what they're doing. The flowers trick them into doing it for them by giving them a sweet surprise.
Wow, then these flowers are really bad people. Get rid of them all. I like how we keep cutting down the trees.
Yeah.
Keep cutting them all down.
Vegetarians got it right.
Which I think is pretty crazy.
What about, all right, speaking of myths, I guess we're Mythbusters today, or Myth Inquisitors today. You hear about the myth, like if you dip a French fry in seltzer or something, you throw it at a seagull, it'll explode?
No.
Something like that. Not seltzer, but like some chemical will make, I swear to God, this is real.
Cyanide?
No, that'll
What are you dipping
pass
it
out. Something, I don't know what it's, but something if you stuff it with a French fry, like something that they'll eat, they'll explode.
I've heard rice, obviously. Like uncooked rice, because when it gets in their stomach, it absorbs all the water and they explode.
Wait, so maybe I'm talking about rice.
You've never heard that?
I haven't heard about any seagulls exploding.
No,
period.
all birds. You're like, people throw
these
rice.
are all birds.
People throw rice at the weddings, which, why the f*** are we doing that? But people...
It gets in your eye,
Yeah, I mean, I guess people just sometimes like to have something to throw. Like some like kind of confetti thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you do uncooked rice at your wedding, you're just like killing a bunch of birds.
Killing a bunch of birds. That's why they stopped it.
I think you should be allowed to shoot any seagull or bird on site.
Okay.
I
Specifically
would potentially
seagulls.
be in support of that.
Like pellet gun or like BB gun?
No,
slingshot.
Yeah,
like
no actual weapons.
42,
But if everybody
no
had
actual
a little,
weapons.
Well, I mean, I guess if you're at your house,
Yeah.
if you're on the beach, you can have a little pellet gun.
Okay.
Just defend your area.
Okay. Every bird. I mean, well, my neighbor's got a parrot. Am I allowed to?
No, of course not.
because I'll get rid of that parrot.
No, you can't shoot birds that belong to other people.
All right, so what if all the
I remember that parrot.
that parrot? So what about all these? What if I claim a lot of pigeons as my pets?
Well,
Now there's a legal loophole.
I don't know if they are yours. Like, can you just claim a pigeon? There are laws about this stuff.
If I took a year and went to the park and caught pigeons and put little strings around them and like flew them around,
Dude, any pet that doesn't like know its own name, like you name it Spot, you name it Birdie, whatever, and it can't know that and respond to that, it doesn't even know it exists. Is that really your pet? You know, if I have a lizard,
I think parrots can do it. I do think parrots can do
probably
it.
can,
JT's a big dog blower.
No,
JT blowing dogs all the
I think the
time.
reptiles are the flaw in your case here because those are definitely pets.
No, but he's saying do they deserve to be pets?
But I'm saying, like, is it really your pet, or
Yeah.
is it just like an animal you've kind of trapped?
that you put in this cage.
Like, it doesn't care about you. It's literally cold reptilian.
And dude, cats
creature.
will eat you.
Yeah.
If you're dead, cats will eat you if they find you in your house.
I think every single pet is a weird relationship, which you just captured this animal and it's now relying on you to survive. I think that's a weird relationship, period, with all of them. I guess I understand what you're saying though about if it knows its name and you can like have this relationship with it.
Also, like,
it's a little bit different, but I think it's all weird.
I really don't think it's weird with dogs. Like, and I'm a big dog blower. I'll blow every dog.
Danny, yeah.
But if I let my dog out and if I drove him 5 miles away and just kicked him out of the car and went home, like he's gonna try to come back. You know, like he likes it there.
Yeah. I mean,
Any other animal, pretty much, that's not the case. Like a lizard, it's gonna fuck right off and run into the woods.
Yeah, lizard will go to the nearest fly and like eat it or something.
I don't believe in pet ownership. I will never own a pet.
Danny doesn't. Yeah, Danny's abolish all pet.
Once we start getting robot pets, now we're talking here.
You wouldn't have a pet monkey?
No.
What?
Oh, dude.
Dude, what about a spider monkey? You know the ones that fit on your little finger?
I
Those
don't-
exist? Or is that in the movies?
Maybe when they're babies, they do.
Dude, you could definitely like genetically modify them to keep them that small. They do it with teacup dogs.
Teacup pigs, first of all.
Wait.
Also, teacup
Whoa.
pigs don't exist.
Wait, I didn't say pigs.
Yeah,
What's happening?
No, you
dogs.
said-
There's teacup dogs. That's what they're called.
They're not called teacup dogs.
I swear to God, they're called teacup dogs.
You're making
No,
stuff
they're called
up.
teacup pigs.
There's
But they
teacup
are
pigs.
dogs.
No, there's teacup pigs, and then there's like little purse dogs. You're talking about like
That's
little
a
purse
teacup.
dogs?
I promise you, it's a teacup dog. All the pictures of the dogs are in teacups.
None of them are in teacups.
Oh my God, I'm putting.
You
a
know
picture
a dog that can fit in the teacup?
Yeah, they're teacup dogs.
And they're fully grown?
I think so. And then they die in like a couple months. You know.
What?
Well, like dogs that small, they only their lifespan is like a year or two.
You just made this dog up.
I
This is
didn't make
not
this dog
a real
up.
Canine.
I don't think it's no. I think. What are teacup pigs then? Just baby pigs?
No, they don't exist.
What I'm talking about exists is what I'm saying.
Is there any real line between, like, is there any reason to have a line between what we call food and pet? Like, is there any reason for it? It's just kind of made up, right?
Totally.
Because we don't base it on intelligence at all. Because pigs, we eat so many pigs, and they're so smart.
Yeah.
We don't base it on intelligence.
I guess
what do we base
taste?
it on?
On taste?
We base it on taste,
Probably
right?
tastes like, ooh, this
Like
is
dogs
thi-
didn't taste good, so
this-
we're like, all right,
yeah.
we're gonna make you a
This
a friend.
horse carries our stuff. Can't eat that. This pig tastes like bacon. Fuck yeah.
Horse. You know, in Iceland, if you go get a burger, you're eating horse.
Well, that's because that's all they
Everything's-
got. But it's also very like rough meat or some tough meat.
you know?
Apparently, because
I
it's
think
all muscle.
This
I'd
this
love to
also
try a bunch
all
of random
goes into my whole philosophy is that I basically don't draw the line anywhere. I eat any animal.
He eats dogs every day.
Yeah, Daniel eat dogs.
I mean, I
cats.
don't have
JT
any,
eats puss.
I don't have any moral conundrum with eating a dog if it was like, you know,
In the culture,
popular
it
in
was
the
normal.
culture.
Yeah.
Like I don't see like you were just saying. I don't see why it's different.
Yeah.
Like to me, they're just animals, and if we're gonna kill one of them, you know,
See,
we're gonna kill them.
If we're gonna
The
kill one, might as well
reason-
kill them all.
The reason I would only make the I would agree with everything you just said, except for I would draw lines at dogs and only dogs, and it's because
You're a dog blower.
because yes, and because I don't like that this is what I am now. because like we literally have co-evolved with them, and they are literally so goddamn loyal. They are called man's best friend for a reason.
Yeah.
They've co-evolved with us.
Like hunting companions.
And that
back in the
thing
day.
looks up to you and thinks you're the greatest being in the world, and now he's on your dinner plate.
And also, a caveman having like a wolf as a hunting companion would be so freaking cool. Like just seeing that, I'd be like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And now there's like little women holding their little teacup dogs. But
That's the only reason I would draw. Like, I just feel like it's such a betrayal to eat a dog. It's literally such a species betrayal because they're so loyal.
I feel like
and they care about us. So
I feel like if
much.
that's where your stance you're holding, I feel like then it's like super betrayal to eat a horse. I feel like horse is what got us through every revolution almost.
Oh, you're right.
So like I think so. Dogs and horses.
But then
are out.
every war we lost has also been horses.
Yeah, but probably some battles we won too were horses' fault. So you can't. I mean, the horse.
War
Exactly.
horse.
So
I mean,
it's
War, yeah, boom.
So it
anything would have
evens
moved.
out.
Yeah, so
Even Steven.
So dog and horses, boom.
No, I didn't agree.
What?
I'm saying we lost a bunch of battles because the other team had faster and better horses.
That's rude. Yeah,
So
but
it's just
they
even Stevens.
carried our. Oh, so you're saying it's a wash?
Yeah,
eat the
it's a wash.
horses. That's rude.
Again, I just don't think a dog would be good. I think if dogs were tasty, there'd be a much hotter debate around this.
You don't
topic.
know until you try it.
Well, I'm saying, but people know. People eat dogs all over the world,
It definitely doesn't taste like bacon.
and I don't think it's a very favorable meat to eat.
I mean, I don't know if we've ever done this on camera, but like I know we talked about it. Do you think? I forgot where we stand. Do you think that if every animal combined
Not a chance. They
could
don't stand a
beat
chance. They don't stand a
could
chance.
beat us?
Nope. They don't stand.
Every
goddamn
animal,
chance.
but and they could like talk. They could talk.
Always
What
a big
is-
question.
what is-
including
bugs.
bugs.
Bugs can't count.
No,
Bugs.
what is-
Bugs are
what
the
is-
great
we-
equalizer.
We could literally. What does winning count as? If there's only 5 people left, does that count as win? And there's nothing else left. Does that count as win for the people?
I feel like winning. Like, I mean,
'Cause
how
you could just-
do you win in war? You beat them so bad that they go, okay, you know what? We'll go
Dude,
back to our
we
oceans.
could literally just they could literally just have like a fallout shelter underground, of a 1 acre property, nuke literally glass the whole rest of the planet.
That is not winning.
And that's
That is
why my
not-
question
that
you didn't
is-
answer
That
it.
is not winning.
But is it not? though?
That
Is it not winning?
How is that winning?
Technically, that's a dub.
That technically, yeah. And all the lions are like, well, we fucked up somehow.
And you go to that bunker in Iceland. You know about the bunker in Iceland? It's like Noah's Ark. It has like all like seeds from like all of the food we have stored
And,
in
like,
this
yeah.
big nuclear fallout container, and it has like I think it has like semen fertilized eggs and shit.
And
it's like
yeah.
it's pure purpose is like if there was some kind of disastrous fallout and someone found this, they'd have it shot, I guess. by
Wait, you
trying
said-
to
Yeah, but what
start
if-
it
Who's,
up
who's
again.
the lucky fucking jizz in there? Who's the lucky guy whose jizz is in
it's
there?
definitely some like Joe Schmo, not
No.
helpful guy. Oh, you think they saved Einstein? Whoa,
No,
well,
I mean,
not
with-
mine. Mine's
with-
not there.
With as much planning as they put into it, I'm sure they
Because-
picked a suitable contender.
Yeah, they probably pick like athletes, right?
Yeah.
And then like smart people. You need a couple normals.
You know, you have to have a college degree to donate sperm in New York.
They only want. We don't want to breed more. Well, I guess whatever their
that's like-
their
that's
metric
such
of
a,
dumb.
that's such a funny metric to
whatever-
have.
Whatever metric.
So-
I know.
so
I
it's
know
not
what they're
like-
trying to get
It's
at.
not like a legal thing or anything. It's just that these
Yeah.
sperm banks, they want top quality.
Yeah,
they want
yeah.
they
They
want
want
top
top
contender.
top people.
And it's
so-
whatever the metric of top quality
You
is at
also,
the time.
there's a whole bunch of stuff they require. The college degree, you need to be over 6 foot. Like blue eyes is preferred.
So do you get more money, or they just won't take you? Like, do you get paid
you have
for
to
that?
like yeah, but you have to apply, and you have to be like the alpha male human.
Yeah,
like a
sit
top
down, little
specimen.
boy.
If
But
you-
I feel like that could fuck with your head easily, you know?
It's like I'm
What's
big,
that?
I'm head honcho.
It's like that horrible movie with Vince Vaughn where he like has 50 kids because he donated sperm one time.
Yeah, but they're not.
But
your
it's like you
kids.
have to. I mean, you live your knowledge knowing that your spawn is out there.
I would have no trouble sleeping.
Yeah, but I feel like that's not like once you do that, that's the severed tie. You know.
yeah, exactly.
It's like, what do you? These aren't his kids.
If
They're
anything,
not
I'd be
his
like,
kids.
I'd be like, man, it'd be cool if I like ran into one day. That'd
Yeah, be like,
sick.
yeah, what's up, Dad?
But I'm not gonna lose sleep.
But I
over it
feel
at
like
all.
if you have like 100 kids, I feel like at least the ones that are doing bad, at least 15 of them will try to come find you, and if they do, it'll be like, well, this is confusing.
I think there's, in terms of sperm banks at least, there's a pretty like solid line of privacy protection. Like it's impossible for them to find you. You know.
I think it's
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
sure
even
the
know. I
sperm
think it's
banks got real
choice,
high
though.
security.
I think it's like your
Huh.
choice.
I think they do.
I don't know.
It's like a very they're you know. I think it is also a choice. You can say if you want to disclose who you are,
Yeah.
but if you don't, I think you're it's pretty protected. Because it's really, really fucking hard to find your biological parent if you don't know at all who it is. You just know it's a guy in the greater New York area.
Yeah, there's a guy somewhere.
Dude,
If they're
really,
even
really
even
hard.
still there.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's possible, really.
People do it.
I mean, if you're one of those people who looks exactly like your parents,
Yeah, but
then
how would
maybe
you-
because then, but I mean, you live here 40, 50 years, maybe once eventually someone goes, hey,
Hey,
Joey's
you look,
kid.
Yeah, you look
Are you
just
Joey's
you just
kid.
look like my pal back in the
Yeah.
day.
And you have to go prick them.
Hey, come take a look at this.
Get a blood sample.
No, you just you go to their regular hangout spots. You see what they do.
get their
you walk,
hair, bro.
Yeah, you walk by them. You take their hair out of a baseball cap.
Your hair's
hair.
falling out all the time.
Will the hair do it? I feel like it's always a blood test.
You need a prick.
Yeah.
You could definitely do hair. They do hair DNA like crime scenes all the time.
Yeah, but I think that's like, reserved technology. I don't know if you could just find a hair man.
Or
DNA
you
man.
just when they go to the restaurant and they take a sip of their water, you get their saliva DNA like that. You take the cup.
I think you just stab them and
I
get
did
a
it.
Yeah,
little blood sample.
I guess that's easy too.
Saliva definitely works because that's what I had. I did a doggy DNA test and I had to finger my dog's mouth for like 30 seconds with a.
Oh yeah, saliva works too. That's what they do for 23andMe.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
just send you a tube and you
Yo,
spit in it.
like that.
I was just gonna make another JT blowing a dog.
We should totally do
stop.
that. We
There's
should
too
totally do that
many.
on the podcast.
23andMe.
Yeah, like all like reveal like Maury style, like reveal who we
Who's
are.
the father?
Yeah.
It's like Danny, we're related.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
It's like what?
One of us is absolutely going to be like 0.1% like Native American or something.
JT. I'll put money on JT.
I think my sister already did one, so wouldn't it be pointless? It would be the same thing, right?
That's what you think.
Yeah,
Oh
then you're
my
not.
God.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
now marriage is
family.
marriage is crumbling now.
We were doing a little podcast segment, and now it's ruined my parents' marriage.
That we like this fucking podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Oh,
that
that's
could be
terrifying.
interesting.
You think how many people you think that's happened to? Like the dad's like, listen, or the mom probably, right? The mom's like, listen, you can't get a 23andMe.
I've heard of
you
that
can't
happening.
do it.
I've heard of that happening. I mean, just on like online Reddit threads and stuff, but it's not as forward as that. It's more like they just refuse to pay for it, and they're like, oh, that's stupid. Don't do that. Like seriously, don't do
Right?
that.
It's like it's a waste. That's a waste. Of, that's a waste of $19.
I already know exactly what you are. You're this, and this. Just don't do it. Don't do
Yeah.
it. Seriously, don't do it.
Dude, but then but now you're
they do it.
Yeah, now my head is going. I'm like, oh god, what am I? It's like,
Yeah.
am I adopted? Not that my mom is hiding this terrible secret from my father.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who would be like the most prone to like a surprising result. I feel like it'd probably be you. Like just different
Again, I don't
places
think-
in Europe,
I think my sister did.
No,
it.
you
I
got
don't
it,
think it
you
was
said.
anything.
Yeah.
I think there was a little bit of Scandinavian, which none of us knew that.
But aren't you? Yeah, but aren't
Which
you
is like-
you keep claiming that you're a little bit Spanish. You
I'm
could have some.
75% Irish and 25% Spanish. That's how.
But Spanish from Spain.
Yeah,
Very
Spanish
different.
from Spain.
Spain.
But also that could
He's
be.
he's not a Latinx.
I'm not Latinx, but
Latin.
I am Hispanic. I mean, just
Look at
you know,
you.
that's what the definition is.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, Danny would mark it on his
Technically.
SATs.
Yeah.
Hispanic is Spanish speaking countries, so it doesn't include Brazil,
Okay.
and Latinx does
Isn't
include
it?
Brazil.
But isn't it weird that tiny little country in Europe is the reason that like half of South America, all of it speaks Spanish? That language didn't originate down there.
Yeah, I mean conquerors. You
Yeah.
know? Conquistadors.
Conquistadors.
That's what they call them. I don't know, dude. What about? Is it? So I know this fact, right? Is it true that? Is it
That's always a good start. I know this fact.
right? But is it true that the fucking what was his name? Attila the Hun, right?
Oh,
Are
No, I think
90
you're thinking of Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan, sorry, right? Are 95% of like anybody in
No,
Asia related to him? Is that
It's not that high, but it is a ridiculous number.
It's high, dude. It's like way past a D minus. It's a high percentage. It's like 70, 80%.
Well, I mean, I guess if you go back in history and you think about it, I mean, it is like exponential growth, because every branch makes, sometimes
Yeah.
usually makes two branches and then two branches, and it just keeps going.
He's probably patient zero for like 3 STDs that are around today.
Yeah, or at least some of the STDs like DNA could be traced back with him, in like
Yeah.
the helix.
But also, where do you draw the line in what's related, what's not? Because everyone on Earth is 50th cousins or less.
See, when you start
Isn't
thinking
that
about,
weird?
when you start thinking about those numbers,
So that if everyone on Earth 50 cousins or less, that means probably like I mean I'm just making up numbers here.
Genghis Khan is like the uncle.
Well, I'm saying that if someone's like even the same race as you, you're probably like 15 to 20 right there. At least.
I don't know.
You know, Alabama.
Oh, well, that's like third,
That's
fourth.
one or two.
That's
dude.
third,
No,
fourth.
no,
Too
come on.
high. Too high.
That's zeroth cousin. That's brother sister.
That's brother sister. That's incest. Thank you,
By
JT.
the way, are you about to die right now on your computer here?
Ooh, good catch. Good catch. If it turned off, would it get corrupted like the audio or
Oh
not?
no, it would have just stopped there.
Okay.
It's actually really good. That's why I use this one. It's really good with that.
Because I know one of my favorite streamers that happens.
That always sucks. You ever have like a project you're working on, or it just like something happens, crashes, all of it goes just wiped away, and you just kind of sit there in silence for a while. You're like,
Oh, dude, yeah, that is the darkest thoughts anybody will
Yeah.
ever have. Or like you have a big project for your job and everything kaputs.
oh my god.
Dude, that's probably the closest. Like you grit your hand a little
Yeah.
bit.
You're like, am I gonna restart this project or kill myself?
Yeah, it's
Both
like-
options.
They sound so good right now.
Yeah.
When I was in school for architecture, people bring in a lot of models, and they're very fragile. And on more than one occasion, I've seen someone like at the door on the elevator, just their whole night, weeks of worth, just crash and burn in front of them. And most of them just either like stay silent, walk away, and then some of them have total public
Breakdown.
freak out.
Breakdown.
Like
Dude,
crying in the elevator.
I always feel so bad for I don't feel bad because I hope they made it to the destination, but the kids that have their whole like planetary system on the bus, I used to see like this could go. One douche kid can ruin this guy's night, this whole day.
Those always used to be my favorite projects, like in
Making the
in
planets?
school. Like I
Or your
love
shoebox.
I love
Yeah.
a good diorama.
Diarrhea.
Diorama.
They're so much. They were so fun, so crafty to make.
No, definitely the clay little animals and forest in a shoebox was way go, dude.
Yeah,
For
I like
fun.
those projects.
What about? Do you guys have teachers that? Dude, wasn't it weird? Like when a teacher would own a kid, like he would wreck him.
What the hell is that?
Like-
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, I
Not-
see.
Yeah, like he would
It's
like,
like-
just get owned. Like I remember we were in third grade maybe, and
Oh, that
the
is
art teacher. Yeah, dude, exactly right. This is what I'm
that
saying.
is third
And
grade.
the art teacher.
This poor child.
The art teacher said, my friend, like, he
Your
was kind of
mother.
a class clown, so some teachers didn't like him, maybe. I don't know. He was being genuine at the time. She was talking about her art outside of work. She's an art teacher, and of course, she's an artist who's probably failing. That's why she was taking out on him.
I can see where this is going.
Anyway, she said, she makes works outside of work, and he just asked, like, I guess it's kind of rude, but he asked in a super genuine way, and he's in third grade. He was like, oh, how much do you make from them?
There it is.
Or how much do they sell for?
It's something just
And
like
she said, more than you can afford to this third grader. So 250
more
what I pay for lunch.
more than your lunch money, bucko.
Yeah.
It's like-
And then the whole class obviously goes, oh. It's like, dude, you get owned,
the
dude.
kid turns around and is like,
Just get decimated.
hey, dude, what if the kid pops out like a fat wallet, like $200, and she just starts crying? Like, say what's up now?
Well, no matter how much we could pull out $1 million. She's like, it's more than that.
Now,
She can't
there's a
concede-
limit
now
at
she's
some-
crying.
there's a
Concede
limit
after
at
that.
some point.
But did you guys have teachers who were just like, dude, like looking back on it, it's like, dude, that's a child that you just insulted.
Well, a lot of teachers flex their power.
Yeah.
We definitely had a teacher
Oh,
Did you
God.
get
who
owned?
was a teacher of a specialty subject who did that specialty subject as in his as trying to do it as a career, and he was very bad at it.
Do
you know what I mean by that?
I lost.
Yeah, you gotta
Track.
You gotta like.
I don't want to say it though.
You just gotta say the subject.
So we had a teacher that taught poetry,
Oh my God.
and he did poems
was-
outside of the school, and he had a few books that were published, and they were all
Bad.
bad.
Bad. Bad.
Not
They
good
were all
poetry.
not
Not
good.
good.
And I thought, and it was almost tragic because he was a fantastic teacher.
Oh, good teacher. Yeah.
Fantastic teacher, and he did teach good poetry.
Yeah.
But there was obviously a disconnect because it didn't translate.
Hey, man.
Like his work wasn't there. Or maybe I was too, unenlightened.
I don't
to
know,
understand.
Yeah.
because there were other kids in my class that were writing something, and I'd be like, Oh, you know how you know it's bad? He would sneak in his own poems into us judging other people's poems.
yeah.
So it would like the next slide would be like this random poem, and everyone would go, "This shit sucks." And then at the end of the class, he was like, "Every poem that was voted negatively was my poem in my book," and everyone was like, "No."
Or he puts these obscure poems up and asks you like guess the meaning, and then they get all them right, and for like his, they're like, "Oh, I think this is about compensating for his small penis." Yeah,
It's
definitely.
like-
I saw that too. I read that.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this looks like
And he
someone
just
who really wants to be good at poetry, but is very bad at it.
and he's writing poetry about it.
And
yeah.
now he's teaching
He
it.
just starts getting mad. He's like, they're obviously talking about this.
Yeah, that's happened definitely on so many occasions. Oh god, yeah, it wasn't great.
Well,
God.
that just happened right now, though.
That actually doesn't make any sense because I charged them all today.
Well, we still got full battery on the left and
And the
middle.
right,
Yeah.
Was there sex ed in prep?
Yeah, kind of. It happened
Was
to
there,
be our
though?
friend's mom.
Well, she was
That
health,
was
right?
that was as much as health sex ed as we got. Mom.
Yeah, we still got the third camera, so you guys.
I don't think I got any sex ed. I think my religion teacher at one point said like, "Hey, you should be using condoms." Like,
The,
it's
the core of the entire program was abstinence is the only way to protect yourself from both pregnancy and STDs. That was
Which
that,
is,
that
know.
was the final send off. It's like
Abstinence.
don't have sex.
Don't get pregnant. Don't have sex, or you will get pregnant and die.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the whole religion is based around the lady who didn't have sex and got pregnant.
Prostitute.
True. I love
Not a prostitute.
Pretty sure she was prostitute.
No.
Like in the
You're
real
thinking of
things.
Mary Magdalene.
Yeah, Mary
Wait, who the fuck-
Magdalene.
what the
She was a
fuck's that?
whore.
She was a big whore.
Which
big
one's
old
that?
whore.
Which Mary's
She was
that?
friends with Jesus.
She was
Friends.
friends
Oh,
with Jesus.
friends with
Friends.
Jesus. Okay.
She was
I get it,
Jesus
buddy.
was one of her clients. I
Right.
think.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
True.
But Mother Mary, I don't know. Hey,
Virgin.
The Virgin. Mary.
the Virgin Mary is his mom. It's
Yeah,
his mom.
I know that much.
Yeah.
I just thought they were saying. I don't know.
Imagine not getting getting the worst like part of sex and not even having it.
I know, dude. What if? Can you imagine, like us, right now? One of our friends came up to us and said, "Hey, my girlfriend pregnant,
You're full of shit.
and we've never had sex. Isn't that crazy? Aren't we so lucky?
Cuck.
You gotta like smack the yeah. You
Yeah.
know, it's like
Come
what
on,
it's
man.
like,
So
dude.
she's not living in reality.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
dude. What's that?
But I'm sure some woman has tried to pass off cheating as a
God?
divine
As
intervention.
God?
Yeah, we have a whole religion
Dude,
based.
You
on it.
ever?
No, but I'm saying
yeah,
I'm saying
there's-
after that, they're like, no, I'm one of them too. Maybe our son
Is Jesus
is the
too.
next.
Listen,
is the
you
second
get one
coming.
of these. Listen.
yeah, we get one in a lifetime. That
You get one mulligan.
yeah.
And
One
then,
mulligan.
and then you know.
Yeah, you ever back a girl into a corner? She'll just start saying anything. I guess same with guys too.
Rewind.
Whoa!
Rewind a little bit.
Verbal corner. Verbal corner. Catch her in a lie. I guess same thing with guys too. It's like no, bro.
I just imagine a
like,
poor,
oh,
poor
God,
terrified
yeah,
girl in
gotcha.
an alleyway. Right?
It's
Antonio
like,
goes,
guys, that's not gonna work on you.
What do you have to say?
you think pepper spray could stop me?
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah, well.
that's anybody back into a corner will start, start blabbing about whatever.
It was Jesus, you know.
That's why CIA torture doesn't work, is because they found that overwhelmingly, if you torture somebody who knows information or doesn't know information, they'll talk whether it's true or not just to stop being tortured.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's half true. That's also like the politically correct thing to look at. Here's the issue: is that if they have information and you torture them, they'll spill it, and if they don't have information, they'll make it up. So you have a hard time knowing, was that real information or was he just trying to get out of the pain?
Yeah.
But if they have information and you torture them, they'll spill it.
Well, there's some good soldiers out
Again,
There's some good. There's some
again,
good
people
men
will
out there.
literally
keep it on,
people will
comrade.
literally people will literally make up shit to get out of that pain. So people who actually have shit will give it up.
quicker.
You know,
But
yeah.
but then I mean, if they're really good, why wouldn't they just make something up to get out of it?
First of all, because then they check on it and it's not true. If this turns
I mean,
out to be a lie,
if
we're
you're-
gonna
if
come
you're
back and
talk-
kill
if
your
you're talking
family.
about like if you're talking about like the hyper trained Navy SEAls that have been trained over and over to do this, yeah, maybe not. But for the average,
yeah, like a
you
guy
know.
who just saw a beating or something. Like,
yeah, and also yeah, I mean,
Did
I
you
don't know.
ever read that fact that in order to film The Grinch, Jim Carrey went to a CIA torture like endurance specialist?
Dude, that's crazy.
Because his makeup was so like heavy and
the
just
contacts
hard
were
to
messed up,
wear.
too.
that he literally got trained on how to deal with torture in order to film that movie, which is a good movie.
How do you guys feel about like?
Here we go. Danny said he'd be waterboarded. Side note.
I like. Okay.
I'd try it.
Yeah, but how do you feel about like? Oh, I was playing this Navy SEAL for this role, so I went to war and killed people in preparation. Just like over the top method
acting. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. And it's like, you're in jail now. You didn't go to war.
Is it just so that they can have the headline that promotes the movie that says that, or you think it works?
I think that probably works.
I've never seen that. I made that one up.
I think that would work.
Because now you have PTSD.
I think that would work, but I don't know. I think over like the same thing with Jim Carrey, like his. I'm what is it? Andy
Kaufman.
I'm Andy
See,
Kaufman.
I thought that was obnoxious.
I would just be like, you know, this guy's a loser.
That documentary, Jim and Andy.
I don't think
good.
Danny, if you really pay attention close to that documentary, do you see how uncomfortable everyone is around him?
Yeah,
and like how much of an asshole he's being.
It's like I'd be like,
yes,
I don't understand how they didn't just.
Danny DeVito clearly wasn't having any of it.
I don't know.
No, but he was at the end. They're all like impressed by it all.
We got an hour, boys. I don't know how much
seriously.
film is left on the camera, if I'm being honest.
That's not how that works.
We're gonna have to put another reel.
Yeah, you gotta put another reel on that back there. They don't know what we're on. I was rotoring it back there.
Yeah.
Either way, JT, tell them where to find you. Just get out of here.
You can find me on Instagram at JTHolden97. Quick for you.
Quick.
Boom, boom. You can find me at Danny Is Watching on Instagram, TikTok, and Craigslist.
You can find me at Ant Prisco. Can't forget to follow
Picky Boys Podcast. Like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment down below what animals you'd eat. And have a wonderful, wonderful day.
True. Peace, guys.